Most people believe that saving money makes them smart. But what if I told you that saving too much could actually ruin your life? Let me tell you a story. Meet Daniel. Daniel did everything right. He followed all the rules. Save money, avoid unnecessary expenses, invest for the future. He worked a stable job for over 40 years, drove a used car, skipped expensive vacations, always chose security over experience. When his friends traveled across Europe in their 20s, Daniel stayed home and invested that money. When his family suggested upgrading their home, Daniel said, "Not now. We need to be prepared." By the time he turned 65, Daniel had built a net worth of $3 million. On paper, he was a success. But life doesn't always follow your plans. At 67, Daniel developed serious health issues. The next few years of his life were spent in hospitals. No travel, no adventures, no enjoying the wealth he spent decades building. He passed away at 72. And guess what? His bank account had grown to $3.4 million. Now most people would say, wow, he was rich. But if you look closely, Daniel didn't win. He spent his entire life collecting money and never actually used it. Here's the truth. Money is not the goal. Money is just stored time. Every dollar you earn represents hours of your life. So if you spend years working for money that you never use, you basically worked for free. And this is where things get interesting. Because not all money is equal. A dollar spent at 25 is not the same as a dollar spent at 75. Let me explain. Imagine I give 3 people $10,000. One is 25 years old. One is 45. One is 85. And I tell them to spend it on a trip to Hawaii. The 25-year-old? He has the time of his life. Surfing, exploring, meeting people, staying out late. The 45-year-old? Still enjoys it. But with limits, work calls, responsibilities, less energy. The 85-year-old? That same trip might feel exhausting, maybe even stressful. Same money? Completely different experience. Because life runs on 3 things. Time, health, money. In your 20s, you have time and health, but no money. In your 50s, you have money and health, but no time. In your 80s, you have money and time, but no health. So tell me, why are we saving most of our money for the phase of life where we can enjoy it the least? Now I know what you're thinking. What if I run out of money? That fear is real, but here's the smarter way to think about it. You don't need unlimited savings. You need a plan, insurance, passive income, smart withdrawals, not just hoarding money forever. And then comes the biggest reason people give, "I'm saving this for my kids." Sounds noble, right? But here's the reality. Most people pass on money when their kids are already in their 50s or 60s. At that point, that money doesn't change their life. It just adds comfort. But if you gave that same money when they were 25 or 30, that could change everything. A business, a home, freedom. This brings us to one of the most powerful ideas. Memory dividends. Experiences don't disappear. They pay you back, again and again. The trip you take today becomes a story tomorrow, a memory next year, and something you smile about for decades. So instead of a bucket list, create time buckets. Plan your life in phases. What should you do in your 20s? What matters in your 30s? What experiences belong in your 40s? Because here's the scary truth. You are not running out of money. You are running out of time. At some point in life, your goal should shift. From making money to using it well. Anything beyond your basic needs is not savings. It's life waiting to be lived. So ask yourself, if your life ended today, how much money would be left unused? And what moments did you sacrifice to save it? Because in the end, life is not about dying rich. It's about living fully, spend wisely, live intentionally, create memories that last longer than money. Die with zero regrets, not zero money. If this changed the way you think, hit like and subscribe for more.